Welcome to Bad Idea Metals. I'm Anthony, and today we're going to tear something apart that I acquired. I got about 4 of these somethings. They're power supplies. This is a DC power supply. This one weighs about 68 pounds, and that beast standing up right there. You can see my blue scale off to the side there. I don't have any way of really hanging that up right now. I need to build myself the frame for it, but I was able to read about 100 pounds and I didn't even have it off the ground. So that right there, it's quite a monster. So I got 4 of these today. I picked them up. It cost me a little bit, but I think I can make my cost recovery on it. I'm only going to give the highlights of it, but right inside here, you can see that there's a set of AC transformers, and then there's you can kind of see it right here and another one right there. There's a few capacitors, and I got a whole bunch of some pretty good gauge wire back here. We're gonna tear some of these apart and I'll give you the highlights. All right, so I got the screws off, but then give you an idea. There's my hand. Is about the size of a little bit bigger than a baseball, right? So this is about the size of a softball. There's our baseball size one, but man, these things are huge. See if we can get one of these out and give it a weight. Okay, so we got it out. There's a smaller one right there. There's the big one right there. Okay, well, that was exciting, but I did get it on there. 27 1/4. Not too bad. It's bulky. So all together should be about 35 3/4. Yeah, 35 3/4 at 15 cents a pound right now at Motors. So if I want a better price, I'd have to crack those open, which it doesn't look like it would be terrible, but crack them open, get the copper out, and then I can get probably a number 2 copper for it. Maybe a number 1 if I'm lucky. And number 1 and number 2 coppers are selling pretty good right now. I mean, the price went down, but they're much better than 15 cents a pound for the transformers. All right, so now it's time for this big guy right here. You can see somewhat of what's hiding inside. There's a few capacitors on this side, and I believe I saw some transformers on this side, but you're not gonna be able to see them, not yet. Let's go ahead and get this panel off and see what that looks like. All right, so with the panel off, you see 7 enormous capacitors on one side, and that is one giant transformer. To put it in perspective, I cast too much of a shadow. That is an outstretched hand, and it is wider than my outstretched hand. That's a good 8 inches or so, maybe even 10. So it's pretty big. There is another smaller transformer, a whole bunch of other wires and heat sinks and components in here. So that guy right there, I want to know how heavy that is. It's going to be heavier than my scale is allowed to go, so I'll have to figure that out. But let's go ahead and pull it out. Well, if you can tell, the sunlight's gone. It's taken me quite a while getting this out. Not a whole lot to really speak of in here other than the soda can sized capacitors. Some pretty nice big ones. 95 volt surge, 85 degrees Celsius. So these guys can get pretty hot, but it's not an invitation, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, this guy's huge. I don't have a scale that I want to put this on. I may have to go and get a bathroom scale or something. This may weigh as much as I do. Who knows? Okay, let me clip these wires out and see if we can get a weight on that. All right, so I've got the bathroom scale here. This is gonna take 2 hands, so I'm gonna put you down, but let's go ahead and activate the scale. Okay, it's thinking. All right, well, got an 85.2 pounds on this guy. That's pretty nice. And the scale turns off. 85.2. So let's just assume that for a second here, that about 40% of this is copper. That puts it at about 35 pounds, 30 to 35 pounds of copper. I think I'm gonna keep this and tear it apart for the copper inside. Altogether, I spent about 40 for all of these power inverters. And I don't know, that one down there, this guy right here, I may be able to get some significant copper out of that. Cost recover for the whole lot, but come on, that'll be a fun video. Maybe I'll do that here real soon. I'll set that off to the side. I don't have time in this video to do it, but oh man, 85 pound, very cool. Okay, so this is a slight distraction. I'll get to the point in just a second, but I've been working on this greenhouse. I've had a few neighbors help, and I really appreciate all the help that I've been getting. I'm going to be doing a wrap-up video of this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on this, but right here, this greenhouse, we're looking at the door right here, but it's basically pallet rack shelves that I was able to acquire from another scrap, well, recycler, I guess. And the reason why we're walking towards it, though, I have been sitting on this transformer here for about, oh, I don't know, 2 or 3, maybe 4 weeks. So it's been about 4 weeks since the last clip that you saw in the video so far. So 4 weeks later, and I've been toying with what to do with this, and I think it's finally time to stop messing around and just take the copper out. I'm curious. I've been so curious that it's actually kept me up a few nights thinking, when am I ever gonna get out here and take this copper out? So let's go ahead and take this copper out. Let's move into the shade, or my camera's gonna turn off. We've been hitting the high 90s in Fahrenheit in September. I don't know the last time I've ever seen a 90-degree day in September. Not around here. So this is crazy, but my camera will turn off here if I don't find some shade. It is a nice, really hot day. So we're gonna try to pull this out, get a weight, and unfortunately, I think I'm gonna sell it. So let's go ahead. Oi. Now we have the 2 ends. Let's go ahead and see if we can pound out the middle now.